This video will show how to adjust microphone and camera permissions for students on the individual and whole class levels. We will begin with individual level. When you need to mute an individual student, maybe if they've got a noisy background that is distracting for your class, you're going to find that student's icon in the class gallery and hover over to find their three dots action menu. From here, you're going to click mute, and this will mute their microphone. However, the student is able to unmute it immediately after. So this is a temporary muting just for getting the student's attention or asking them to quiet down their background. I can also request that a student unmute if they are muted, in case I would like to get them on mic to answer a question or share their thinking. So I can send a request to unmute as well. If a student is continually having disruptive behavior and I have tried muting them and discussing class expectations with them repeatedly, I can go ahead and hover over their three dots action menu and block their microphone. You'll see now their microphone has switched to being this white icon with a slash through the microphone, and the student can no longer unmute their microphone until I have released the block. And again, I do that the same way, unblock mic. Once I have blocked a microphone, the student cannot raise their hand, so they cannot go to the podium as well. If a student has something inappropriate or distracting going on in the background, you can turn their camera off as well by finding them in the class gallery, hover over that three dot actions menu and turn camera off. It's important to notice that the student is able to turn their camera back on. If a student has their camera off and you'd like to request that they turn it on, you will also hover on that three dot menu and click request to turn camera on, and the student will get a pop-up requesting that they turn it on, because we know that it supports engagement and participation when we can see our students. At the whole class level, you might sometimes need to mute all of your students' microphones at once in case they have just gotten super excited and need a moment for you to regain their attention. This time you're going to go to the More Actions three dot menu at the bottom right corner of your screen near the red Leave button. And once you click on it, you're going to see Mute Learners as an option. You click on that, and similar to the individual level, this will only temporarily mute them, and they can unmute themselves at any time. If you needed a stronger mute, you could go to that same three dot More Actions menu in the corner and block learner mics. The students will not be able to unmute themselves until you have gone back in and unclicked that block learner mics. Lastly, in this menu, you'll also see turn off learner cameras. We don't want to do this very often, as long as we have established clear classroom behavioral expectations. However, you might need this on occasion, or maybe to facilitate some sort of game or activity. Lastly is a recommendation we have. Go to the Settings gear menu in the lower left corner and click on Class Configuration. And we recommend that you toggle on the Disable Auto Unmute for raised hands. Typically, if a student raises their hand, it takes them to the podium and automatically unmutes them, which can be disruptive. So we recommend that you go in here and you toggle to disable that, and then you want to click Save before you exit this menu.